we are going to work on two word problems today. Our first word problem states, Macy has $13. She received more dolls for her birthday. Now she has $20. How many dolls did she receive for her birthday? So looking at the word problem, we can see that she received more dolls on her birthday. A common misconception with the word more that many students automatically think that when they see the word more, they relate it to addition. We can't always relate the word more to addition because every word problem kind of depends and it's a different situation for everything. So we have to make sure to continue reading the word problem and not always just assume that the word more means addition. So continuing on with that, we can see that Macy has starts with $13. Then, as we continue reading, she receives more dolls, and then she has an end amount of $20. So, because she received more dolls for her birthday, and then she has an end result of $20, there's a change occurring there. Because we have established that there's a change occurring in the problem, that limits us to two options, either a join or a separate. So she starts off with 13 and then she receives more with an end result of 20. So we are combining her old dolls with her new dolls to receive an end result of 20. So because we are combining her old dolls with her new dolls, we have a join problem. In our word problem, so now we're going to solve this problem using a linear model. So she has an end result of $20. I'm going to draw a line. That represents her end result of $20, and I'm going to label it $20. So this is going to represent how many she ends up with. Then we can see that she starts off with 13. My yellow strip is going to represent her $13, and I cut this yellow strip at this length because 13 is a little over half of 20. So you can see that this strip is a little bit over half of this line. So I'm going to glue this strip down. Right there. So this yellow strip, I'm going to write that it represents her 13 dolls that she started with. And then my green strip is going to represent how many she got for her birthday. And we don't know that yet. That's what we're trying to figure out. So whenever I glue this green strip down, I'm going to just put a question mark right there because that's what we're trying to figure out. Okay. And if you notice that my yellow strip and my green strip are the exact amount of her whole of $20. So these two strips represent, so the 13 strip represents how many dolls she started with, and then the green strip represents how many dolls she received, which we don't know. So we're going to put a question mark. Now, in order for us to figure out how many dolls she received on her birthday, we are going to subtract 20 from 13. So we have 20 dolls minus 13 dolls. So that we can figure out this green strip right here, how many she received for her birthday. Now, looking at our ones column, we have 0 ones minus 3 ones. We can't take 3 away from 0 ones, so we're going to come over to our tens column and regroup, and so that's going to make our tens column turn to a 1, and then that's going to give our ones column 10 ones. So now we can take 10 ones away from 3, which is 7. So we have, that gives us our answer, and it tells us that our green strip is equal to 7. So she received 7 dolls for her birthday. Okay. Now we're going to go on to our next problem. Our next problem says, Brian has some toy cars. He gives 14 of his toy cars to his friend. Now he has 11 toy cars. How many toy cars did he start off with? So first we need to figure out if there's a change occurring in our problem. Ryan gives 14 of his cars to his friend. So that means now he has less than what he started with because he gave some of them away. So because he gave some of them away and he has less than what he started with, there's a change occurring in this problem. So again, since there's a change occurring, we're going to either have a join problem or a separate problem. So he started off with 14 and then he took some of those and he gave them away. So that he is separating his toy cars and giving some of them to his friend. So this is going to be a separate problem. Okay, so now that we have figured out that it is what type of problem it is, which is a separate problem, we are going to solve it using a set model. So our set model looks like this. I was going to be able to use that paper that you gave me. I got to add this for a second. Sorry. Okay, so we are going to solve this problem using a set model. Now, our set model shows a start, a result, and a change. Looking at our model, you can see that there is an equal sign between the start and the result. A common misconception with students is when they see an equal sign, they automatically think it's the end of the problem. However, an equal sign represents a balance between two variables. So in this case, our balance is between the start and the result. Moving on with our word problem, it states that he has an end result of 11 toy cars after he gave some of his toy cars away to his friend. So we're going to put 11 cubes into our result circle because he ended up with 11 cars, so 11 cubes will go into our result circle. And then, now he gives 14 of his cars to his friend, and that's our change in our problem. So we're going to take 14 cubes, and we're going to put that in our change. So, 1 block equals 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 14 in our change and 11 in our result. Okay, because we're trying to figure out how many toys he started with, we are going to combine his change with the result. And we're going to put all of that in our start because that's what we're trying to figure out is how many he started with. So we're going to put all these together in our start, and we are going to count how many he started off with. So we have 1 10 block, another 10 block equals 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So Ryan started off with 25 toy cars.